Hello. In this video I would like to talk about mourning. What is a process after somebody losing some of his or her beloved ones, and it's a process described with sorrow and sadness. As usual, I would like to investigate this process from cognitive point of view, and also focusing on the feelings that are parallel with the cognitive processes. Before starting, let's imagine two people, A and B, who have memories, knowledge, bits of information about each other, and these information are, as we learned from previous videos, are hierarchically arranged, meaning that each cognitive schema, we name these small parts of our knowledge, or the words and the different parts of our memories, cognitive schemas. And these cognitive schemas always are built up from other cognitive schemas, typically interlinked, and each schema is producing an output based on the inputs and based on the structure that he or she or it has inside. So this is the output, and our memories about the other person is also linked the same way. We are representing the other person in our mind. So we should say this is person A's mind, and here he has his general knowledge, or those schemas that are connected to his or her everyday life, and around or outside this normal everyday used information storage, there are different memories linked to this center part, and these memories are information about person B, and they are split on different territories of everyday life. This can be sports, this can be family life, this can be memories from childhood, and so on. The most important when investigating this setup is that I'm zooming on this internal part in this drawing, and here are cognitive schemas that are connected to a bigger area. For example, a very detailed memory of days spent together in a holiday with person B, and this means that here we have a very strong link with another area of knowledge, so another cognitive schema. So I'm zooming, for example, this part, and this link is very strong, because here we can find very many details each day, about each day, feelings, different times spent together doing sports, whatever. And these are connected to I should put it, normal life's schema. So, for example, person A is doing basketball in general, and person B is doing basketball also, or playing basketball also. And on that summer or whatever day, they were playing together. So these two are linked. But they were also eating together. So these two eating and eating at in the representation of person B is also linked. Instead of drawing a lot of small links, we can imagine a stronger link that is bounded together. So like and this binding is because these internal links are connected to each other. So it's very unlikely that you forget that you were eating with somebody while you were playing basketball. Or even a more extreme example, that you had both of you had ball in your hands while you were playing basketball. So these links are correlating, meaning that they are bound to each other. The process of mourning is connected to it's a must for survival, and this process can be understood if we say that here we have many cognitive schemas, as it was shown here, and some of them they are now not modeling properly the outside world, because those expectations and those models that are connected to each of these schemas are now irrelevant, because we lost person B, and so all these schemas are from now on useless. And not to free up space, but to have a congruence between harmony between reality and the mental representation of the reality, these links have to be seized. And this process is producing very negative emotions. From a previous video describing called Walls, Bridges and Emotions, you might have learned that when a link is broken, then negative emotions are produced. I'm not very familiar with hormonal and chemical or biochemical aspects of this process, but on neuro level, I can imagine that all the connections that are broken up are producing a kind of hormone that is producing sadness. And the process of mourning is going step by step, both consciously and unconsciously, step by step, and seizing the links between areas, area 1, area 2, area 3, and so on, area by area, because these links are not not adequate. So and connected to the previous idea of biochemical process, the stronger the link was, the more neurons and more links have to be split. So the more sadness, the more negative hormones are produced, and the more negative feelings are felt. So if somebody was spending a lot of time in restaurants with the other one, and this is number one is restaurants, then he or she has a very strong link with the other one, and when enters the next restaurant and realizes that this was the last one, that or he or she will never spend again time in the same restaurant with his or her partner, then all the links have to be broken, and a big shocking negative feeling affects person A, the survivor person. If they were playing once or twice basketball, let's say that this number 3 is basketball, then when consciously or by mistake or by living his normal life sees a basketball court or one of these cognitive schemas are activated, then realizes that these links have to be broken as well. And here is an interesting aspect. Then if somebody is focusing on very much on his or her own life and wants to eliminate the fact that from now on, by losing person B, it's unrealistic to have these links, then nothing happens. Then the mourning process is not going further, or is not happening, because in order to be able to split these links, you not only these schemas have to be activated, but you have to activate also the schemas related to person B in order to realize that, hey, there is a link. And consciously you can try to focus on this central part of your life, to keep your life still working and not dealing with external or with the environment, with the reality, and trying to forget what happened. But in your dreams or any time when these schemas are continuously restructuring, as you know, these links here are constantly trying to give a better and better model of the outside world. When you are not focusing on the fact that you are not building up a wall in between the two, you you just realize that it's the reality is not fitting to your cognitive schemas, and these two here and here, these two these two schemas will be activated, and then you have to decide what to happen with that link, and that link is not relevant yet, or from now on. So my battery is going low, as you could see, and anyhow, that was the majority what I wanted to tell about the process of mourning. As a summary, I can say that mourning, the process of mourning cannot be stopped. All these links with area 1, 2, 3, you have to go and seize all the links, because it's incongruency between environment and your schemas. It's a homework. The faster you do it, it will hurt more, but at the end of the process, you will have a realistic and with the environment in harmony schema system. The other thing that many psychologists are describing the mourning in different phases, they might be right, they might be wrong, that in the first phase you are shocked, and that's how they call it, shock, and that's a very basic, a very immediate reaction to seize those links of the other person's representations that are very close to reality. So a very extreme example: if somebody is dying or is died recently, you cannot talk to her or to him, so he won't answer. So that's a very very immediate reaction to seize those links that were connected to speaking. And there is a time delay in producing these biochemical hormones or whatever, so you are not feeling it immediately, the pain or the sorrow. They say that in the second phase is anger. Those many hormones that were built in your mind or in your body are leading to an aggressivity, and as you were connected to another person and yourself was bigger because of these connections, now as you are splitting the irrelevant or from now on irrelevant parts, yourself is decreasing. And that's what I described in my book Self-Expansion as self-narrowing process, and self-narrowing process always leads to aggression and to negative mood, anxiety, anger, aggressivity. And as a third phase it comes acceptance of what happened, and that's setup when again from you had a bigger self with including A and B's representations. During this process, B died or disappeared. So now you have to have a smaller but again integrated schema system without B. Of course, somewhere you are keeping the memories of B, but they are not active, alive links to your everyday immediate reactions or reflexes. So from my own experience, rather recent experience, unfortunate, I can give you the advice that try to not run away from mourning. The process has to be done, the homework has to be made, and it's from in my perspective, it's better to go step by step, check all the as a checklist the different areas of your life. Yes, where we were connected, and it hurts a lot because it needs energy and it produces negative hormones, let's say it, and it produces it decreases your self, but you can do it, and then it's time for restructuring your cognitive schema, because these links that were split are like bleeding. You have to connect them to something else. So, for example, reminding the previous example, you were going to a restaurant with somebody. Now you have to find somebody else with whom to go. That's life. You have to connect again if you want to keep yourself alive, and let these links slowly disappearing. And of course, these links when dissolving, I'm sure, as I said, I'm not a pro in neurobiochemistry, but I'm sure that these links when they are dissolving are producing also some kind of chemical agents that are producing negative feelings. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that from this sad but important topic or inevitable topic we could learn also something new. Goodbye.